Caitlin Clark has lived up to the immense expectations placed upon her as she embarks on her first WNBA playoff journey with the Indiana Fever. Erica Wheeler, one of her veteran teammates, always believed Clark's arrival would significantly impact the franchise, but even Wheeler admits she didn't foresee just how transformative Clark would be. Wheeler expressed the collective disbelief of the Fever team, remarking that they weren't necessarily expected to be in the playoff conversation. Yet, here they are, preparing for their first postseason since 2016. Their playoff campaign begins on Sunday against the third-seeded Connecticut Sun, a team many believe they can upset, despite a rocky start to the season that included a 1-9 record and a blowout loss. Clark, now an MVP candidate, All-WNBA first-team contender, and the presumptive Rookie of the Year, is the driving force behind the Fever's resurgence. These accolades are typically out of reach for most rookies, let alone one tasked with turning around a franchise with a history of underachievement. Yet Clark and her team have risen to the challenge, exceeding expectations and finishing the regular season on a high. Since the WNBA All-Star and Olympic break, no offense in the league has been hotter than Indiana's, and Clark has been a significant factor in that transformation. Fever head coach Christy Sides credited the team's hard work and practice, noting that the improvements after the break allowed them to build on their early season glimpses of potential. Clark's statistical improvements are remarkable. Averaging 19.2 points per game, she ranked 7th in the league in scoring and led the WNBA in assists with 8.4 per game. This increase in assists reflects not only Clark's incredible playmaking ability but also the overall growth of the Fever as a cohesive unit. Kelsey Mitchell, previously the team's lone offensive weapon, has flourished as a complementary player in the backcourt, while Aliyah Boston, last year's Rookie of the Year, is seeing more one-on-one coverage than she has in years. Throughout the season, Clark shattered records, from individual game achievements to season-long feats. She now holds the WNBA records for both most assists in a game and in a season, and her 12 triple-doubles are the most ever in a single season. Her ability to break records has garnered widespread attention, with millions of viewers tuning in to watch her play. Fever home games have drawn record attendance, and the team's season finale in Washington, D.C., set a regular season attendance record. Wheeler, reflecting on Clark's accomplishments, emphasized that Clark doesn't actively chase records, they just seem to come naturally as part of her dynamic style of play. This aggressive, fast-paced style has led some to believe the Fever could pull off an upset in the first-round best-of-3 series against Connecticut. The Fever lead all playoff teams in pace, a factor that Sun veteran DeWanna Bonner noted as something her team must work to neutralize by disrupting the Fever's transition game and slowing Clark down. One notable advantage the Sun have is playoff experience. Their starters have logged a combined 4,912 playoff minutes, compared to 0 minutes for the Fever's starting lineup. Yet, Coach Sides sees this inexperience as a potential benefit. Her young team has little to lose and enters the playoffs without the weight of high expectations. Clark remains confident about the Fever's chances, highlighting how much the team has grown since their last visit to Mohegan Sun Arena. "We're a completely different team now," she said, underscoring the strides they've made throughout the season. The Fever have proven themselves, and their confidence has skyrocketed. As Caitlin Clark steps into her first WNBA playoff game, she continues to meet, and exceed, the expectations that have followed her from her collegiate days at Iowa to her groundbreaking rookie season in Indiana.